Hey, welcome back to the shop. This is Zach over at NB Woodwerks. Time for another weekly update. So I first have an announcement to make. I'm sponsoring the Summers Woodworking 2x4 Challenge. So this is the third annual. It starts May 1st, and I think it goes through the entire month of May. I'm sponsoring it, or donating in some prizes. So I got a couple of the sagebrush pen blanks that I make, and I'm throwing in some pen kits as well. So those are up for grabs, along with a whole slew of other prizes. The cool thing about this challenge is, again, at third year, and I've looked at some of the years past, some of the entries, amazing work. Every year it gets, more people enter it. So definitely check that out. I would enter it if you can. If not, definitely keep an eye on it because it's going to be really fun. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to make yet, but the gears are spinning in my head. So pretty cool stuff. So I just kind of wanted to talk about, I've been pretty busy this week. I got a lot of things. So I got a couple orders, but the first one I wanted to talk about are some tool handles. So I'm not making the whole tool, but Susan contacted me and she saw that video, I think the last weekly update, and I mentioned that I made these carbide tools, and she said, hey, can you just make me some handles? I have some of the tools, the metal part with the cutter on it. I have a kind of a handle that I don't like using, and I would like some like the ones you made. So I said, sure. So I made them. They were really fun to make. But these types of things, it's very similar to pen blanks. I sell pen blanks, and these are more rewarding than any pen I've made and sold, because I get to make this. Then I get to give it to somebody else who makes something out of it, which it's really fun being able to make something that other wood turners are using. So these tool handles are really cool. It was really fun making those. So Susan, those will be shipped out probably Monday. So I have a tip. This was the first one that I made, and it actually turned out really well. The only problem was I had two sets of calipers that I was using, and I grabbed the wrong ones to measure the ferrule, and it's too thin. So don't do that, or mark, they both were the same exact caliper. Put some blue tape or something on one of them and avoid that like I didn't. But anyway, so I got a bunch of pens that I'm working on. I'll throw up some pictures at the end. I should turn these, hopefully all of these tomorrow. So I'm hoping that I can get some pictures and throw those up at the end of this video. One of the cool ones that a new blank that I came up with, I've been listening to a lot of reggae music in the shop, and I wanted to make a Jamaican flag colored pen blank. And so I did. I got a pen that I'm going to be making a fountain pen out of. I love these colors, and one of the colors that I used is this. I got some new Pearlex, and I got a new color, apple green. Oh man, that color is really awesome. So can't wait to see what that looks like turned. I'm naming these blanks Jamaican Me Crazy, and they will be available on my Etsy shop. Hopefully I can get these things up by Sunday in my Etsy shop. If not, and you're interested in some Jamaican pen blanks, just email me and we can go through PayPal. It's easier for me just to send a PayPal invoice so I don't have to pay Etsy for doing nothing, basically. But other than that, let's see here. Coming up, these blanks are going to a friend of mine down in Vegas, Braxton. We're doing a kind of a collaborative video. He's making a tap handle and he needed some laser engraving. I have a laser engraver, and I said, hey, send them up. So we're kind of working together, and we're going to get a video together of that. But he wanted to incorporate some acrylic into it, and it happened to be the same colors as the Jamaican. I was on my own thinking about this Jamaican flag colored pen blanks, and the logo for the company that he needs these things, or the tap handle made, was exactly the same thing. So this one turned out a little darker, but once you turn it, it'll have the same colors in it. So this one was actually a kind of a screw up. The tube, the tape, my taping job wasn't very good, and it leaked out, and so it dropped a little bit. So what can you do? Let's see here. I got a lot of new powders, so I restocked some of the stuff that I had, but I also decided to pick up some different ones. So I have a color change with heat, like you touch it and it changes color. I got some pen blanks that I got one of them that's going to be turned. Hopefully I can get some pictures, but I'm really excited about these. They turn color when the stuff reaches 72 degrees, I believe. So if you just hold it, it turns yellow. Pretty cool stuff. So I'll let you know how these work. They're working out pretty cool so far. The other thing that they have, so the company I bought these from is called solarcolordust.com. They also have the chameleon colors where it like completely changes color depending on how you hold it. I actually have that in the pressure pot right now, but when I was mixing it, if you moved the liquid, the resin, it literally did that. So I'm actually really excited about this chameleon stuff. They also sell, what do you call it? Glow in the dark. And it's like different colors of glow in the dark, like red, yellow, green. So I picked some of that up, haven't tried it yet, and then I didn't realize that this is just strictly glitter. They sell like a glitter one. I thought it was a mica powder, but it's just glitter in a bag. I'm not too excited about that. But they also have some sun changing, like you take it out. I'm guessing it's like a UV ray activated thing, so if it hits sunlight, it'll change color. So pretty cool stuff. It's a little bit expensive, I'm going to be honest, but it's pretty cool stuff so far. Another thing that I'm actually going to add to these weekly updates, I get a lot of emails from people, which I love, questions sometimes, but I've also gotten a couple people who've sent work that they're doing. Andre sent me, he's working on the metal core bangles. He made some of those, and he did the whole stabilized wood and made his own blanks and did some. So I wanted to throw that picture up. He kind of did a split section picture of it. So really cool work, Andre. One thing I wanted to kind of share, I hope he's not mad if I share this, but he's doing it both ways, but he tried cutting out the inside diameter of his blank using a CNC, which I was like, that's brilliant. That's a lot quicker than the lathe. Now, if you're, a die-hard, you got to turn everything. The lathe works fine, but you can, pull out your calipers and then dial that thing in on the CNC and cut out a bunch of them if you want. So pretty cool stuff. Awesome work, Andre. Thanks for sending that to me. The other one that I got, Frank sent me a picture of the carving. He carves stuff, and I guess he used to do competition carving. I guess he doesn't do it anymore. I think he should get back into it, because this duck, I don't know where this picture is going to be, but holy cow, are you kidding me? It looks like a real live duck. So he said that each piece has 300 hours in it. So I don't think if I had 3 billion hours, I could do that kind of work. So awesome work, Frank. Awesome. Thank you for sending it to me. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was these items. So Dave contacted me and we were talking about it, and he said, hey, I do casting, and he mentioned sweet gum pods. And I was like, oh, what are those? So I guess, I don't think we have those in Nevada. So we kind of got to talking, and he said, hey, I can send you a bunch. So these are sweet gum pods that he sent me. So thank you, Dave, for sending this stuff. He also sent, and he went way overboard on this, cherry pits. I don't even know what to do with these yet, but I got a couple ideas. They haven't fully formulated yet, but a whole bag of these things. Really cool. And a couple of pine cones. And these are pine cones I've never seen. They're really long, very open. So these are going to be a really good material for casting. And he also sent me Corian. I've never even actually held Corian before, but he sent me a bunch of samples of it. So I'm excited to kind of put these together into pen blanks and see how this stuff turns. It's going to be cool. So thanks again, Dave, for sending this. I put up a video last week. I got the pressure pot. That's right. The new CA Technologies pressure pot. So I kind of did a little bit of a comparison with the Harbor Freight. One thing I want to mention is I did mention the Harbor Freight pots blowing up, and a few people had questions about that. So when I mention that, I'm kind of doing it as safety. I don't think that if you actually set them up properly and don't overpressurize them, I think that the Harbor Freight pots are safe. But I do want to get across the point that you're pressurizing these things, and they could fail. And the Harbor Freight ones there's a couple of stories of those ones actually blowing up. So I just want to let that be known. I don't want to say, oh, go buy a Harbor Freight one, they're great, and then not really mention that, there is a little bit of, there have been problems in the past. Now, I think that they're overpressurizing the people that they blew up on. I think they overpressurized the pot or didn't set them up properly. But you make the decision. I use these now. Going forward, like I said in the video, I'm going to be using the CA Technologies ones, and if I get a new one, it's going to be that one because it's got nicer features. But Harbor Freight works just fine if you set it up properly, but be safe when you're using them. So other than that, I think that's about it that I got going on. If you have any comments or questions, definitely leave them below. You can email me at zach@nvwoodwerks.com. I'm on Facebook and Twitter. You can find me there. And other than that, thanks for watching another weekly update. I'll see you in the next video. The next video should be, I'm hoping to get the carbide tools video edited. We'll see if I can get that done by Wednesday. There's a lot of footage. So I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.